To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
The back.
Podcast. It was like at the closing. No, it was like when you said to the back, that sounded like the ending of it.
Oh, sorry.
We hope this episode isn't flickering as much. We seem upset and anxious. It's because
already
it's
doing it.
Yeah, I've tried. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Like we're doing everything we can with this. We thought we had a good one last week.
There was none on that one, right?
There wasn't any. There wasn't any camera problems. But I mean, life's sometimes, and life is shitty a lot of the times. That's what I find to be the I'm forgetting the word, motif in my life.
Status quo.
No, I'm motif.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for. Motif, the common thing about the story.
Okay, but status quo is basically the same thing.
Yeah, but I wasn't looking for that word.
Okay.
I was looking for motif, which I learned from my racist 6th grade English teacher. Welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's a shitty. I think it's
shitty
just
day
been a
so
very hard week.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but like 3 weeks ago, Dakota's car. Yeah,
because I said I didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We just kind of briefly in passing. The neighbor across the street crashed into Dakota's parked car.
Yeah, how do you hit a parked car? And then on top of that, how do you hit a parked car that's your neighbor's car? So it's not even like in the parking lot. You know where this car resides.
And then come to the door and say, well, it finally happened. I hit your son's car. And that is exact words. And it's just the weirdest thing.
We're both running on, I'm assuming, low sleep.
I
got a lot of sleep, but I'm still like tired.
Yeah, that is what it is, where I am. I actually fell asleep at like, I don't know, like 10:30, which is really early for me.
Yeah, I fell asleep at like 6.
And what is it?
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
I'm really trying to ignore it.
I'm trying. I thought it would just like stop.
I
don't know.
I almost feel like we should start over.
No, because it's gonna keep doing it. Like, there's no point.
But anyhow, his car's been in the shop since then, and what's irritating is that originally the pickup date was like supposed to be a week and a half after we put it in, and now we're 3 weeks too, and it keeps getting pushed back when it's going to be ready. And we could have gotten a rental car, but I honestly don't. Even though the deposit would be like refunded, I don't have the funds to do that. I just don't. We don't talk about it, but I'm still trying to find a job. There's a real chance we could be homeless in a few months.
Yeah, I'm trying not to break down right now.
I know, I'm sorry. It's
just
really
I don't know if it's just the camera that's putting the straw into the camel's back. That's not even a thing, but probably mixed two similes there. I don't know. I don't know. We eventually, I don't know if we can do it this week, but we need an episode about like what to do when you're feeling hopeless, because I feel like we've both been in those situations far too often, sadly.
Well, no, that is exactly where I am right now.
Right now, I feel very hopeless today.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like not doing anything at all. Like, it's just, I'm so defeated. I'm so defeated.
Well, that's how I felt because I called yesterday because his car was supposed to be ready yesterday. And when I called, it was, oh, well, we got another bad headlight. Like, how do you get 2 bad headlights in a row? And then it's just, I don't know. And also, I didn't mention that starting Mother's Day weekend off, my Jeep ran into a Sam's flatbed. Like, I was going to do a pickup at Sam's. When I pulled into the parking space, I didn't see any, like, it looked clear. And then the next thing I know, I hear screeching. And I thought, because it was the parking space I chose was right next to a cart stall, I thought maybe I had gotten too close to it. And luckily, a gentleman was like, hey, stop. He's like, I'm going to try to pull it out. And pull out, it's one of the flatbeds, which is very low to the ground. So, like, it makes sense that I didn't see it. I'm short. So there's that. Like, But I was in a Jeep, so I feel like I should have seen
I
it, but I
shouldn't have been
didn't.
in the pickup area. That's the I didn't even like mention like.
And then sat for an hour with vegetables in the back of my truck waiting for a manager to come assess the situation, you know? You're just going to have to ignore it.
I know.
And it'll be what it is. I guess we got lucky last week. We'll figure it out from here. Um but sorry, the flickering was still doing it. Um I don't know. It just feels like both of our cars are damaged now. Like and Sam's is saying I waited an hour for them to say, "Oh, they're probably not going to pay for this," and then came home to half the vegetables were bad.
Yeah.
Like it just was not a good start to Mother's Day weekend. I'm gonna be honest, at all. Like, I mean, Dakota did make breakfast for me on Mother's Day. He's gonna make food for me all day, but I just was so overwhelmed with everything that's happening. I was just like, breakfast is fine, and so I don't know. That's just like where I'm at mentally. It's just not a good place at all.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't. Sorry.
I don't know. I was. I was.
I don't know. We can stop. We cannot do one today.
No. I mean, I want to push through these things. It's annoying. Like I don't. It's just like another thing. Like this like camera thing is just like another thing added that wasn't needed. Like it feels cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah.
And like whatever you believe in higher power wise, whatever that is really fucking us over like extremely hard right now. And it feels like we can't catch a break.
Yeah.
And
I
like
hate that
that's
for
what it
you.
is. And I feel like that I it's been a constant thing where I can't catch a break since like I was fucking 12. And there hasn't been a year where it's not been that way.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Like the thing, it feels like the thing is, because it feels like it's either nobody's fault or it's my fault because it's my life. And at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of things are out of my control, but a lot of things are in my control. So the only thing I can think of that is the cause of these problems is me.
That that's like you literally your car, you weren't even he hit it, you were asleep. It was a parked car, like that had nothing to do with you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you because my entire life has not been able to catch a break. You know that. And I do feel like that it maybe what you go through is my fault because I passed on neurodivergency. I passed on trauma, not intentionally, but you did grow up with a mom that had undiagnosed CPTSD, undiagnosed autism, like, and not, I'm not saying like, I don't feel like I took things out on you or anything like that, but I know you heard me belittle myself consistently and blame myself. I mean, still to this day. Like with the Sam thing. Like, it's so crazy to me because the only reason I chose that parking spot was I was originally going to park somewhere else, but it was just further out. And I didn't want to, it was hot. It's Texas. It's already so hot here. I didn't want to make an associate have to walk further. And like, it feels like some weird punishment for thinking about others, if that makes sense, you know? We can stop. We can stop. I'm like, we can start and reset.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to reset, so we just keep going. There's, I can't reset that fast. I'm like, I'm starting, I'm losing that. I feel like, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't think it's really healthy to be able to just fucking like shoo away and sweep under the cover of your emotions
Yeah.
that fast. I don't think that's a good thing. I mean, sadly, it is in society, but I don't think it's a good thing overall for your mental health. I don't know. Or I'll probably even like, oh, well, 10 minutes in. Still, though, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if we were like 20, or we can just go for like 5 more minutes and see what we can salvage.
I don't think there's anything necessarily to salvage. I mean, I would love, like, the whole purpose of this one was supposed to be just like normally we come in with topics. I tend to think of the topics and we discuss those. Um, I'm just gonna be honest, my brain it couldn't think of anything this week because there was so much other things to focus on,
Yeah.
you know. And so I thought, well, we'll just go in because we've done a few of those where we just have a discussion and um I really tried this morning to change my mindset to change, how I'm feeling so it could be a more upbeat, like positive message because I mean, nobody wants to hear I don't feel like anybody wants to hear
If
anybody
I
whine.
was in our listeners' shoes, I'd want to hear. I don't know though. Sometimes my favorite episode, like I listen to podcasts every single day. Not the same one every single day. Sometimes the same one, essentially. But I have so many podcasts, like it's in a rotation, and so like some of my favorite ones are when they get real, not necessarily just. I don't even like. I don't think I listen to any podcast where they just talk about goofy shit like constantly.
Yeah.
That feels very not that it's fake, because if that's who you are, some people are like that. But it's just that's not what resonates with me. What resonates me with is people being genuine. Is which I want us to bring to people. I don't even know where I was going. I was going somewhere with that. I was trying
No,
to
I
bring.
was
There was
thinking
something I wanted to say, but I don't remember.
I was actually thinking like I don't know, because there's so much going on in the world. Um and a lot of it is very draining to think about like um what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in the Congo, what's happening in Sudan, what's happening in Haiti. Um it can feel like a lot, but I don't know, I just sometimes I wish I had a bigger platform to highlight those things
Yeah,
to make a difference. Like
I don't want a bigger platform because yeah, money would be cool.
I don't want to be
That would be cool.
famous. I don't
But
want to be
like,
famous.
I would. I think a good thing of being famous is having a platform to spread. Like, I know it sounds cheesy as fuck, but positivity and like and highlight important things that are like important in this world.
Right.
Um, I don't know.
No, I agree. Like that's just like I just think about like some of my friends and mutuals um have only been talking about Palestine and the ones that I'm talking about are white and I've been looking at stuff reading up on stuff about the Congo and Sudan for months now and I thought it was so weird that I wasn't seeing more spoken about that. Um, and everyone can say, "Well, you could talk." I swear to, I'm so awkward on camera. I'm so awkward.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Like,
you are, but I'm saying it's like it's not as easy for you as others to just get on
right.
camera and start talking.
Well, and one of my issues is that like I get really like there's because of delayed processing, right? And because there's so much that goes on in my brain at the same time, I strip I trip up on words. I struggle. I'm so much better at writing. If I had time to just write out thoughts and I thought that would make a difference, um, I would, but like most people don't read, especially in this day and age. They'd much rather that stuff be given like spoon fed to them. And that's fine. Like I get it.
Yeah.
Um, so I haven't been making those videos. I started to now just because we're seeing some traction with like the celebrities that are getting blocked. They're actually starting to speak up now. But I just still, it goes back to if I had that kind of platform, you couldn't shut me up. Like, because
Damn.
what?
I hit the mic.
Oh, uh, because I do live by the theory none of us are free until we are all free. And whether we're aware of it or not, the things that are happening across the globe, they affect us. Like the only people that it's not affecting are ultra rich people. That's it. Every We're affected by everything that's happening, the inequality, the genocides, all of that stuff. It affects us whether we're aware of it or not. And also, just like as a human, why would you want any human to suffer?
I don't know.
Like,
It's actually it's it's fucking disgusting. The lack of empathy
yeah,
that is very apparent in this world, and it's something I kind of always suspected, even at a young age. But just with there's so many not sad things, so many tragic events and things that have happened in the past decade that have really highlighted people's lack of caring about others.
yeah.
And I wish I was different. And I wish I had the power to change that.
Well, I mean, it isn't even just like, even if you want to bring it down to a smaller scale, look at us personally. Like, we have people in our life that have platforms that could be sharing our podcast more, that could be being vocal about it, trying to engage people in it, and they haven't done anything. But, if I say anything to them, like, oh, we support you. How are you supporting us? You
That
know
is
what our
true.
situation is.
I never thought about that. And I don't say this to degrade or be upset or whine about anything. I like genuinely mean this just from a not even perspective of our podcast. But if you I think words have so much fucking meaning and people need to stop using words so flimsy or
Flippantly.
flippantly. But if you say I support you or I believe in you or anything along those lines, implying that you genuinely support them, then show that beyond just telling you
Yeah.
that. Like it's like because then it feels like you're not. Then it feels like you're just lying,
Well, no, they like 100%
or you're just
are
saying that just
they're
to
just
make you
saying it
feel
to say
better.
it. They say it because then it makes them feel
Yeah, it
better.
makes you feel good about yourself.
I don't know. I have a really weird definition of friendship and loyalty. Like to me they're so intertwined, and I don't know. It's like this is a type of friend. Like if I'm actually your friend, right? Um what was it a few weeks ago when I discovered salt and vinegar chips, right? And then I was like kind of on this mission to find the perfect salt and vinegar or the best, right? And I'm on the phone with Natasha and I was telling her about, I'm like, she's like, I think she asked like what I had eaten for lunch or something. And I'm like, oh, I had a chicken salad and some salt and vinegar chips. And she was like, oh my God, that sounds so good. And she's like, and she was on her way home from work. She's like, I think I'm going to stop somewhere and try to find some. But apparently, like, where she's at, there just aren't really any. And that just seems weird to me because we're in the same state.
Yeah.
Like, and so we're talking on the phone. And so, like, while we're talking, I got on Amazon and ordered a big box of salt and vinegar chips to be delivered to her that day.
And as we mentioned before, it's not like we have flippant money to spend.
Right. And it wasn't like it was super expensive. It just, I knew that was something that she wanted. I know that she's somebody that doesn't,
You knew it would help improve her day.
yeah, like, I think in the past there was times I would bring her Snicker bars just because I knew that was one of her favorite candy bars, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like so many people are just not thoughtful. And it's not like I am out there, I don't know. It just,
We're not saying we're Mother Teresa. We're just
God,
saying
no.
we hope. No, we can be dicks. We
Oh.
can be dicks.
There's a sound on TikTok that someone made. It says, I'm autistic, but also a bitch.
Mm.
Like, that's my type of autism. Like, I have a very strong sense of justice, but I'm also going to like 100% call you out on your crap. And it might not be as lovingly done as you would like. Like, yeah, I'm a bitch. I definitely am. I can be, but I'm also kind and very empathetic and loyal. And I feel like a lot of those attributes are lacking. That like a lot of help is superficial. I don't know if that makes sense or
It does.
okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you someone who needs? I'm not saying this. Like, I mean, it's like a genuine question because some people are different. Do you need like when you say those things? Do you like? Do you need me to like acknowledge yes or no?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
I'm not saying that like they should like some people operate that way, and so like if I could help you in that way, because in my head I'm thinking yeah, but like sometimes I just don't like have the energy or like it's not the way I'm wired to always be like yeah you're right.
Yeah, I probably do need the
And
validation
if I
just
if I can
because
start doing that, then yeah, I'd like to.
I think because I didn't get any. And here's what's weird is I had a really weird dream last night, right? It does tie into this. Um, it was I guess it was about my mom, but she didn't look like my mom in the dream, right? It was almost like it was Aunt Kelly that was my mom, which is weird because I'm the oldest and I definitely was the one doing the
Yeah,
raising. Um, but it was supposed to be my mom. It's like representing my mom. She's waiting tables for whatever reason. And do you remember like when I waited tables, I'd have my book, and in my book I'd have pictures of you and stuff, right?
vaguely, yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
My
you're
little
like,
book that I would write down orders in, I had the
bro, something
yeah.
about that like I love I don't know if Cheddar still has that kind, but it was like thick and like
Yeah.
firm, like
Yeah.
almost like a memory foam.
Yeah.
I loved touching that when I was younger.
Um and like I went to like talk to her about something, and then she has like every children's picture is there at the front, and I'm just lazily put on in the back.
Jesus.
And like it was whoever the guy was, and it was like basically to me, you're overreacting. It's not that big of a deal. At least your picture's there. And I'm like, the point is I'm an afterthought. Like that's just what it comes down to. I'm an afterthought, and I'm always an afterthought. And so like that was the big like feeling that came away from that dream is me just always being last, which is like how I don't remember how I was tying that into
It
what we
was
were
me
talking about.
acknowledging what you were saying.
Yeah, the validation.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense then.
So I guess it is a running. Plus also like if after I say something that I feel like is I don't know, profound or something, I feel like if it's completely silent, I'm like, "Oh, well maybe that was dumb." Which has nothing to do with like anything you've made me feel. That's just
No, I get that, and that's what sucks. I feel like sometimes, no, a lot of time, I'm just like constantly thinking or spacing out, even though I'm like I
yeah.
am there, but I'm also somewhere else, and so sometimes I forget to say, yeah, you're right, and but in my head I'm going, yeah, you're right. What else am I thinking about?
Right. Whereas I do a lot of that to acknowledge that I've heard you.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. It's just it's very hard to wake up in a society that you feel like what is the point? What is the point? Like,
I feel like, you know what I feel like lately? Stan Marsh when he
oh my
wakes
god,
up and
yes.
everything is shit.
I just talked to Natasha about that the other day.
The alarm clock is shit. Music is shit. Food tastes like shit. Everything you see is shit. Everything I touch is shit. Everything I feel is shit. Everything I try is shit. It's a shitty, shitty life sometimes.
And it's not that I don't have moments, or that we don't have moments of joy or
Yeah,
laughter.
I literally laughed I laughed actually this morning in bed before I got up to eat breakfast. Because I was watching a podcast and they were reacting. Remember that food reviewer I showed you a couple times? He's like he wears suits all the time. You're
Oh
like,
yeah,
is
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
real?
yeah, 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 yeah.
And so it's a podcast of a YouTuber and then like his brother. And like this brother was like, is he real? Like, there's no editing, and it was just like it was funny because big thing with and the person I'm talking about was Reporter of the Week, Review Bra. Shout out Reporter of the Week. Um, the review food reviewer. They make memes about him because it's like nothing phases him, and so
Yeah.
it's like they clipped like one of his old things where he's like eating like a reviewing a Pizza Hut thing or like pizza, and so he's eating it, and it's like so silent, he's just eating it, and then they clip into it like a footage of like someone being raided, like a house being raided, like
Mm.
FBI raids, and then there's a moment in the original clip where he's eating. He looks at the door and he's eating, and so it's like he's eating, and then the FBI goes FBI. It's like, and like he looks and he keeps eating.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you after.
I saw the vision.
It's I don't know. I love him. He literally has a video where he just like gets up and talks about what he does and like how he like genuinely does suits. I want to meet him. That's it. That's my big contribution for this episode. Shout out Review Bra. Because literally all I want to do is just stop and watch Review Bra. Literally. That's all I want to do today. That's the only thing that sounds fun. You know, it's shitty day and not even eating sounds fun.
Yeah.
I love to eat. You know what I wanted to do this episode actually? Prior to this, yesterday I was like, ooh, we should do, because we were recently, we're affiliates with Fat and Weird Cookie.
Yeah.
Shout out Fat and Weird Cookie. They have been like the founders of Fat and Weird Cookie. Actually, I didn't tell you this. They're like, I watched them on YouTube when I first they were like the ones who like genuinely got good advice on like how to eat healthy. It's funny because they make gourmet cookies, but I think that's important like to have the knowledge how to eat healthy, but also have the awareness ability to provide indulgence and like fun in life, because that's a good thing of a healthy diet. But I was gonna come and I was like, let's do a cookie draft. Like, what's the best cookies? Because one of the episodes, I think we should, because use code to the back to get percentage off Fat and Weird Cookie. We need to order a Fat and Weird Cookie and then like try them.
Yeah,
there's like a sampler pack. Yeah,
that's funny that you were thinking of draft. You know what I was thinking we should do? I was thinking before we both came in super sad, right? I was thinking we should do a draft on like you know, like we've sent it to each other. It's like your birth month is who's fighting the universe you're fighting with. But I was like, we should do a draft on like we get to a crew of 10, right?
We should do it next episode.
Huh?
Do that next episode.
Yeah, who we would take into battle with us.
Mainly because I need to think about that.
Yeah.
Are we going against each other?
I had already started thinking.
Are we going against each other?
Yeah, we're going against each other.
That might be its own episode. Because if it's 10 and knowing us each other, we're going to be combative on who we think has a better crew. And obviously, I think we might want to choose similar people. Not all the same, but I don't like my knowledge.
No, there's for one that I'm pretty sure we'd fight over.
Obscure. Are we going like who would win?
We don't have to go
because if we're going who would win, then I go sweaty, and I would then not even choose my favorites. I would just choose absolute monsters that I would destroy.
No, we don't have to go who would win. We just who we think would be the best crew to go into a battle with. I'm gonna do a mix of both just to make sure I get the dub. We can do that next episode.
Yeah, that could be a because I think that's because it'll bring in more things. Like it's not just like a draft and like fictional characters. It's also like who we resonate with and why. Yeah, that'll be a good one. I like that.
I just think it was interesting. We were both thinking of drafts, different, but drafts. That's his fault. This kid has constantly made me rank things. I'm gonna make you rank
probably in 40 minutes.
What?
When we get off, I'll have Instagram posts saved.
Oh Lord, I know.
One of them is cookies.
So he.
But no, I think we should do that maybe after the next one. Maybe we could look at and like after we get done seeing like because get Fat and Weird Cookies. It's not that expensive, especially with their code. Yeah. And we should do that. We should do a try.
We could do it while we're doing the other draft.
No, because I was saying shipping wise. Just give time to get here and everything. And I don't want to be eating while I'm drafting. Okay. I literally just saw it flicker and it's going insane now.
Oh no.
It's like it knows I'm talking about it. Oh my god.
What are we at? It'll be an interesting
we're at 30 minutes.
We don't have to. It'll be okay. It'll be an interesting video. If you have epilepsy, maybe not watch it.
Well, I just meant in general because my
your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the point of this one would be. Besides, it's just we're being real with you.
We Get Real is going to be the title of the episode.
Yeah. I'm just, again, I hate being poor because we live in a society that says you need money to live. Like, that's the reason I hate it. And what?
I don't mean this to be mean. I don't mean, but you remember, this is spoilers, kind of spoilers for Naruto. In Shippuden, when it's, when what's his name? Shikamaru is fighting, or not Shikamaru, it's, it's one of the people from the Mist clan. I forget his name, but he's fighting those brothers, and like their thing is if you say the word that you say most in life, you get trapped inside the gourd. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yes.
And so I'll be like, what would yours be? And then I've thought about it, and you said, we live in society. You know, it's that one. If she says we live in society when we're fighting someone, you're gonna get got.
Look, money is not real. It only has the value that is assigned to it. Like, it's frustrating to me that we are being killed by capitalism.
Phrase-wise, yeah.
Like,
or capitalism.
Capitalism would probably actually be the
like
white supremacy.
I would love to see. My God, it's gone. This is just last minute, just be for the audio listeners only. It's like those CDs, like those comedy CDs. The audio listeners won't
Wait,
get
it's
it.
not recording anymore?
No, it is, but it's like
It's
lagging.
fine.
I would love to see the breakdown of the words I've said most in life. And obviously not like or the or like or
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because I say that a lot on here.
Or God. God. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Sorry, I feel like I derailed you.
I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember what it was.
I feel like this is just the Spider-Verse episode.
Anyhow, I think to end it, right? To wrap it up, like, so many of us are struggling, and I think another reason that one of the main reasons they want to ban TikTok is that we now know that so many of us are struggling, Yeah. And but even though we know, I think we tend to forget. And so if we could just all be like kinder and not be, again, I said I was a bitch, but like only if you like force me to that place. Like
70,
just be kind.
70-30 rule. Be kind 70%, be a bitch 30%.
I don't even want to do it that much, but like
I don't know. 80-20.
80-20. Anyhow.
We hoped you got something out of
We
this.
hope you stuck through this episode. And
since the camera's on, I'm just going to bring you closer for this ending.
Oh, there goes mine now.
Yours is...
It's bad. I don't understand.
Like, it's bad. Like, it's beyond bad. So
we're going to have to mess with it this
tonight
weekend.
I'm going to have to figure out how to get a better thing. Which, like, the sad thing is, on the OBS, you can use my phone as a camera, and it's crazy quality, and it doesn't do anything. Like, it's fine if, like, it's whatever. But we don't have two phones. Or two iPhones. Or two of the same phone. My God. We love you guys.
Yeah.
So much. And I love you so much. And we're going to try to get through this day.
I love you too.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
Podcast.